Hello everyone and welcome back to another Universe Sandbox video, and today we're going to be doing part 7 of making a solar system based off the periodic table. So it's been a while since the last episode, so apologies in the today for that, but if you've not seen the previous episodes of this series, definitely go ahead and check those out first, as we've done quite a lot in those previous episodes, as you can see here. So we're currently up to element 80, I don't know why it says 70, element 80, which is mercury, so the liquid metal. So today we're going to be continuing on from mercury, and we're going to move straight on to element 81, which is thallium. So without further ado, let's get this started. So thallium. So this is a silvery white metal that tarnishes easily. So it's a toxic element as well. So let's go ahead and immediately start adding stuff. So I guess we'll use our silver white template here. So we're going to go ahead and place it there. Okay, so here we go. So, thallium. This is element 81, like so. Okie dokie. So, there we are. Okay, cool. Right. So, same old, really, with the silvery white stuff. So, we're just going to do some pretty standard textures, as we'll hop through these ones fairly fast. So we'll go with a mercury texture. They get a bit of craters. Yeah, why not? There we go, just to make it a little more interesting. So there is thallium. So silvery white metal. There you go. Simple as that. We'll leave that alone. So, moving on. Next up we have got... So next up we got lead. Now even I know lead. It's like a dark bluish... Like a dark sort of bluish grey sort of colour. So this one will be a little more interesting. So let's go with a random rocky. Place it there. So element 82, lead. As we go there. Okay, so lead all the way down here. I think we're still on flashlight mode, aren't we? Yeah. Okay, cool. So where are we? Base colour. So a greyish dark blue sort of shade. So it's going to be more of a paley sort of blue, so I don't want to make it too extreme, but yeah, something more like that, and then I guess we'll do the same for the high elevation as well, until you get something more like that. So there's lead. Cool. Surface, elevation, or interface I should say. So there's lead. Okay, and then lastly, give it a cool surface. So let's see what we've got here. So we go Vesta. Let's go with a Vesta and a... Ooh, an area. There we go. I love how you can do this. This is such a cool feature, this is. Get those textures sort of mixed together there. Okay, nice. Maybe, I don't know actually, it kind of disrupts the blue a bit. There you go, Tethys, that's a little Bella. Mars? Oh, Mars looks pretty interesting actually. Dione. I mean, Saturn's moons are always good ones to go over, really, aren't they? Ceres. So, to be honest, though, it kind of interrupts the blue colour. Maybe if I just go back to the regular planets down here, the blue shows up better. Yeah, it definitely does. I mean, we can always change that, though. So, Vesta. Just someone with some craters. Come on. Callisto. Then we'll go Callisto, Sedna, yeah, I'm going to stick with that. That's quite good, actually. And then, actually, what I'll do here is just simply make this, oh, yeah, ho-ho, more paley blue, but yeah, there you go. So there is lead, element 82, done. Nice. Okay, so next up we got bismuth. Okay, let's see what we got next. So it's a silver pink tingled metal, and this I've seen this before. Bismuth is that sort of like it almost has that sort of rainbowy reflection to it. So it's a pretty wild colour. I mean, I'm just looking on images here. Yeah, it's that really strange element. Yeah, if you've not seen a picture of bismuth before, definitely go ahead and check it out, because it's a pretty wacky element. So it's all sorts of colours really. So we could go something pretty wild here. So yeah, bismuth crystals and all that, you know, it has some pretty insane colours. It's all like weird shapes and things like that. You know, I wouldn't mind having a piece of it, actually. It does actually look really cool. So, okay, so bismuth is going to have to be something pretty special. So, it needs to be a rocky planet, of course. But we need something that's pretty colourful if we want to fit this theme. So I'm just thinking, have we got anyone I can sort of build off, or do I have to go from scratch here? Oh, I really don't know, actually. So it needs to be something pretty exotic. You know, this is definitely going to be... You know, it's a shame it's not a gas, really, because we could easily have a cool-looking gas giant. But for a rocky world, you know, we definitely need to try and make something fairly interesting. So I may have to build from scratch, actually. I don't really think there's anything I can really build off to make this look good, actually. So... This one is just called Pretty. What's this? Can we build off this? Oh, God. Oh, wowee. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. Oh, wow. Okay, let's have a look at Cantadeef. Yeah, that's not... that won't work. No, I want to go with something right. We'll just go with a fresh new object. So. Random Rocky. Place it there. So, bismuth. Element 83. So yeah, definitely, if you've not seen a picture of this element, definitely go ahead and have a look, because it is a pretty wacky looking element. So, 83, then we have bismuth. Right, so, colours. Now this is going to be an interesting one, so... Oh wow, where do we start? I mean, think of all the colours, because it literally has a lot of crazy shades. So... I mean, there's a lot of pictures where it's like a bluey yellow sort of colour as well, but you know, it can also go all the colours. So we'll definitely use blue and yellow as a sort of mix of colour. So down here, so a light sort of blue. I mean, yeah, this could be quite hard to make it look right, really, because this thing's got all the colours. So a bit of a red in there as well, more of a purple. Yeah, this is going to be really difficult to get right. I can already tell, you know, this is not going to be an easy one. I mean, we can't represent all the colours, that's the problem, because there's the elements, all the colours. We can only select 3 colours. So, yeah, it's definitely going to be a bit difficult here. I mean, we could add, actually, if we have frozen areas of water here, then we could definitely have another colour. So if I freeze all this, then change the ice colour to a different... So if I just make that red, for instance, ice and water red, and then slowly increase the amount of water it has, then we'll get that. So then we can add another colour in. So settle, freeze. That's all exactly what I had in mind when we went settle. Ooh, let's melt it, settle it. Okay, oi, don't do that. Right, and then lower it down. Oh, we can just change the sea level, can't we? So settle water. We'll just lower the sea level down. There we go. So we've got patches of it, and then freeze it. There you go. So it's frozen. So now we have a 4th colour added to the planet. So looking good. And we just need to get this right. So again, I'm just looking at the images of bismuth. So I mean, where do you start with that, really? Well, there's just so many. So there's like blues, greens. Yellow seems to be quite a dominant colour. I think yellow and blue, and then like a... Yellow and blue are definitely the dominant sort of colours on this. But, I mean, they're all... I mean, every image is different of bismuth. So, you know, it's extremely difficult to sort of figure out how to... Just looking at it, I really want to get a piece of this. Actually have a piece, you know, on display. Because it does actually look really, really cool. I believe it's quite expensive, bismuth, as well. Oh man, this is a challenging one. Right, so oh man. So I don't want the colours being too sort of insane as well. They do need to sort of be blended together a bit. So oh man, this is a challenge. See, from this angle, it actually does look quite good. But I do think the water's a little too much still. I do want a little less. So let's just lower the sea level a bit more. I don't know if that's going to upset it, though. That's the problem. Yeah, I think that may have upset it a bit. So I don't want to do that. I do want it to be quite low. No, I think I'm going to have to leave it the way it is. Freeze. Okay, fine. So down there. But there's still a lot of it, though. That's the... But I mean, from this sort of view, you know, you got a good range of colours there actually. So this I'm gonna so we've got the pinky red, then we got a yellow, and I want more of a blue shade. Go with a lighter blue, and then lastly a purple, or maybe red, yellow, blue, green. So we've got the red, we've got the yellow, we've got the blue. We'll go green, blue, and then blue here. Yeah. Again, there's still just a little too much water, but there's just nothing we can do about it. I think the green's a little too dominant. And I think this does need to be the blue. Yeah. Make that the blue. Make this the green. Yeah, that's looking a little better. And then the yellow will leave it. It is. Tilt it the right way round. Yeah, this is an extremely difficult one. Is there anything we can do? Oh god, no. Elevation. God, this is difficult. You know, it's just a little too much water for my liking. Can we just dim it down a bit more? Oh, that looks a little better. Can we settle there? There you go. Yeah. Okay, I'll leave it like that. So it's got all the sort of colours going on, especially from this view. We can also change the surface texture, just make it look. Try and make them blend. Let's see if any of these textures make them look a little better. So let's go down here. Planet 15. So I went Venus. Definitely not. No. Okay. Moon. So we do want a good load of. We do want all the colours to show fairly clearly. So we want it to look good. Callisto. Oh, Ceres. Ceres is quite a nice mishmash, actually. Ceres and Ceres. Whoa. Oh. Bit too much yellow. Can we dim that down? Okay. All the colours are visible. You see the greens. We just need to tune the yellow a bit more. You see the green, blue and red. I'm going to stick with that. So bismuth, a very, very wacky colour. Maybe just change this a bit more. Just blend that in a bit. But yeah, it is a pretty wacky looking world, bismuth. So there you go. I mean, that is a truly bizarre element for sure. So bismuth will go over a redder colour, I guess. Okay, so we'll definitely throw a saving because I do not want to have to remake that one. So there you go. Okay. Right, cool. So next up we have got Polonium. Okay, so this is a silver grey. Okay, so back to the boring stuff. So go around the moon this time, smaller object. Okay, so 84. Like so. And then colours, again, it's pretty simple stuff. So just grey and white it out. There you are. Put it like that, and then that's pretty much job done. So we won't waste time on the more boring ones. So we can get some more interesting stuff. So, oi, right. Capital letters, so it mixes everything else. Okay, there we go. Okay, element 85, we have got astatine? It's one of the iodines. Shiny grey with a purple vapour. Wait, hang on. So no, this is part of the. It's below iodine in its. This is part of the halogens. Remember, we did fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Now we're on astatine. So. Okay. So astatine is black. Interesting. Okay. So an all blacked out world. So now we can make something quite spooky with this. So something pretty dark. I'm gonna go with just one of these. Obviously, I'm gonna customize it out. Well, I'll just lower this all down as well, because I want to just make like a blacked out version of this actually. So this is element 85. There it is. So I just want to completely black it out. So water, is that ice? Water. So that's snow. No, that's vegetation. Okay, so. Oh yeah. Oh, that looks menacing, doesn't it? Oh. Blacked out. Completely blacked out. So it's a black element. Oh yes. Now that does look good, doesn't it? Oh yeah. Maybe just a little. It has an atmosphere there. But don't. Turn that off. A very, very mysterious world indeed. Then coverage will lower the cloud coverage a bit. But there you go. What do you think of that? Now that is a menace looking world for sure. It's a Venus texture right now. I'll leave that alone. So there you go. Very, very dark and mysterious. Very much after a blacked out trail. It's very, very dark. Actually, we need it so you can read it actually. So there you go. Okay, 85 done. Next up we've got 86. This is radons. This is one of the noble gases. And this is colourless. But it is a gas, so we can make it a gas world. So it's colourless. So this will be a fairly straightforward one. So I'm just going to use this object here. All the way down. And all I want to simply do is just change those band colours. So it's colourless. It's got to be white. But slightly more reflective because I think this one may have a sort of tint to it. I'm not exactly sure actually. But as you can see, it's just going to be an all white pearl pretty much. So for instance, we can just do this actually. Very, very clear looking world. So there is a radon. So that is element 86. Very nice indeed. There you go. Let's put it basically white. And there you go. So that is a gas world. So it is a little larger. Okay, cool. Right, moving on. So next up we got francium. It's a highly unstable and it's a silver grey colour as a solid. But it is radioactive. So now we're getting to the more radioactive stuff. I think we need to use a special. And I've been waiting to use this object for a while. I want to use this. So all of the radioactive worlds, I want to have them with this texture. Actually, speaking of this texture, can I actually change? I've never tried this. Can I actually change the... Oh, I can. Oh, no way. I never knew you could do that. I never even tried this with this. Oh, yes. Fantastic stuff. So we can actually really make... Oh. Wowee. Okay, that looks really cool. Can I actually also... Oh, that is awesome. So we can fully change how it all appears. Oh, wow. Look at that. A radioactive world there. What do you think of that? Oh, that is pretty awesome. Ah. Oh, I do like that. I just need to find one where it's got less of the blue. I don't want it being fully covered in it. Oh, it does look so good though. So if it's a Titan, Venus, or Venus. Oh, Europa. Because I can't change this blue. It's stuck as blue no matter what. Oh, Callisto's a great one. Look, it's only got little blobs of it. Yeah. Callisto for sure. If I turn that off. Oh, yes. That does look awesome. Yeah. Oh, I do like that. So if we go down here, so the colours, though I don't know which one it is. Can I change any of these? I can change that. What's the one I can't change? I think it's low elevation. Yes, low elevation. Okay, cool. Right, so good to know. Right, so low elevation cannot be changed. Right, so back here, turn that off. We want Callisto up here. There you are. Okay, so low elevation's a no-go, but other than that, this is a silver grey. So, down here. Oh, does look pretty awesome. Atmosphere off. What's that white line all about? I don't like that. That's annoying. It's not water, is it? Okay, I can see that. Cool. Oh, that does look awesome. Okay, so that's francium, everybody. So that is element 87. Francium. Cool. Okay. So taking bigger and bigger jumps out from the star here. I just want to check that we're still actually receiving light, because I don't think we would be at this range. Although we still are, okay. But you can see very radioactive. You see the glowing blue areas there. Actually, you could, in theory, add city lights. It's just a little extra effect as well. Oh, ooh. Ah, look at that. Yes, come on. Oh, no, wrong colour. Hey, no, not that one. I'm just gonna... It's cool how the colour changes as it sees the sunlight as well. I really wish you could change this blue to any colour, but, you know, either way, it still does look really good. So, don't make it too intense, but, you know, that's a nice spread. There you go. It's a francium. Okay, next up we've got radium. So we are taking bigger and bigger jumps out here. I think we could definitely shrink these orbits down a bit. Let's just see. We could definitely make these a little closer together. There you go. Now let's actually just save and check the simulation's actually running correctly, because I want to just make sure. So I always like my simulations to run. So, how are we doing? Oh, it's taking a while to save, isn't it? There's a lot of stuff to save. Right, so, all the way to the centre here. Look at this. This is mad. Okay. Press play. There you go. So everyone's functioning nicely. That's what we like to see. Yeah. That is awesome. Look how long it takes the ones at the far end to go, though. I mean, they take forever. Can we go faster? Yeah, come on, let's go a little quicker. Oh, it takes forever for them to move, doesn't it? How long does it take this to go round? 1,300 years. Oh, man. But I'm glad it's all functional. It's all stable. Very nice. That is pretty awesome stuff. I mean, look at that. Right, let's slow things down. Okay, so we know it's all functioning fine. Good, good. Right, so next up. Yeah, so radium. So, what is this? Ooh, there's like glowing green pictures here. It's a silvery, luscious, soft, intensely another radioactive. Have we got any objects that glow green? Radioactive radium, and it's all got pictures of like glowing green stuff. So, you know, it does look really cool. So, element 88. Now, I can't change the glowing blue, unfortunately, of the one we just did there, because otherwise we would be sorted. So, is there any other worlds we can... And we can always use city lights to represent it. But how do we put this together? Is the question. So... chlorine... I mean, again, no, the glowing planets are really hard to come by. We could use this one, actually. Again, Demunix objects coming to the rescue here, because I think this would actually be quite good to use. So I'm going to place it there. Change its size so it's not the same as all the other objects in here. Okay, so if we change that orange to green, obviously we get rid of the temperature. We don't need that. Now, base colour down here, this colour here. We make this green. There you go, radioactive green, everybody. Check that out. Oh yeah, that is awesome. Right, so the rest of it's grey. Oh my god. Oh, yeah. Let's just get this right. So, it is, other than that, it is silver grey. Yeah, so, silvery grey. Well, mainly silver, so it's got to be a shiny object anyway. Now, it's all about getting that green right. I may have just killed it by doing that. Whoops. Let's go again. Okay, so lesson learnt. Don't mess with the tin. Or don't mess with that. Okay, so back again. Green. There's the lava patches, so we'll get rid of those. Make this all silvery, yeah. And then city lights are on. Green. Done. Oh, even the city lights glow. Oh, yeah. Fantastic stuff. Perfect. So you've got your radioactive green as well. You've got your radioactive city lights, and they look pretty intense as well. Yes. What a world that is. That's pretty awesome stuff. And then I'll just make this so it's not too insane, but you know, it is radioactive, it is green, it is there. Quite reflective as well, but a dangerous planet nonetheless. Yeah, that does look pretty badass. As you can see, it is radioactive, very reflective. These colours are pretty dim anyway. It's only because we're this far from the star. You can see what it normally looks like if you're closer to the star, up the top there. So if we go to, remember on Stardust, if we go to Studio, you can see it's a lot brighter, but you know, that's fine, because it still has that green visible. So there you go, we'll stick with that. So what a world that is. That is a fantastic looking build. Very, very pleased with that. So that is the radium one, so that's 88. Yeah, that is cool. I do like that. So there you go. And trail colour, I mean, it's got to be green, hasn't it? So yeah, there you go. Play. Oh, Orbit's a little upset. Oi, oi, oi. It's a bit close, isn't it? Give it a little more breathing space. There you go. Okay, cool. Right, next up. Actinium, another radioactive metal. It glows blue in the dark because its intense radioactivity excites the air around it. Interesting. So it glows blue, huh? Glows blue. Well, we know which object we're using for this. Place that there. Get the name of it ready. So there we go. So this is element 89 now. Looking good. 89. So, right, again here. I want the blue to be a little more dominant this time, so... Oh, that's so cool. Right, so... Down here, we'll just stick with one texture. Cool, that is mad. Venus? Oh, look at the Venus cracks. Oh, that does look pretty good, actually. Tethys. Oh my god. Oh, Tethys does look badass. Wow. Either way, I mean, oh. Which one's better? I think this one's probably, that'd suit it more. You got the blue glow there. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. We'll stick with that. Remember, we can't change the other colour. Or the low elevation, but we can change the higher two, so make this one a little brighter. Can we change the contrast? Can a bit. Still got that weird water line on it. We'll get rid of that quickly. There you go. City lights, yes. Oh, yeah. Again, that does look pretty awesome. So it's a wild world, but the radioactive elements are coming in force today. We got them all. Yeah, that does look really good. So you can see what it looks like at the top there. It's got a mix of different colours. Looking nice. Yeah, alright, good, good. So, get a little bigger. Again, another bluish sort of glow for it because it is a radioactive one. So we're getting all the radioactive ones. So there we go. Right. Where are we? Yep. Okay, next up we've got thorium. It's a useful nuclear reactor fuel, eh? Okay. It's silvery white but turns to grey or black on exposure to air. Okay, so we'll go the grey or black appearance for this one. Okay, cool. Not mentioned anything about radioactivity though, so we'll go with just a random build, I guess. Let's use this. I want to see what this is all about. I want to try and modify this one. This is one of the Christmas packs. It has a cool crater on it. I want to see if we can make this into something. Okay, so forum is element 9. We're on element 90 now. So we still got to go all the way to 118. So hopefully we can finish it by next episode. So, because today we're going to go all the way up to. I plan to go to sort of plutonium. So that's 94. So we're almost there actually. Right. So first of all, atmosphere off. Remove all of that. It's getting pretty dark out here now. It's got city lights. Okay. So this needs to be a grey-black shade, so we don't want lights on this one. Okay, down here. Oh, that does look pretty spooky, actually, this one. Oh my gosh. What texture is this using anyway? It's using customs, okay. Okay, I'll leave that the way it is then. We'll leave that alone. So, mysterious dark world there. Okay, right, element 91. What have we got next? This one's got a long name. Protactinium. Silver metallic element that belongs. Radioactive. Interesting. It has black crystals. Alright. So another sort of blacked out world then. Choose one of the Core 7B templates. Let's try one of them. Because they have some pretty wild looking. Yeah. Okay. Oh. 91. Ooh. We don't even need the atmosphere anyway. I think it's already pretty much the way we want it. Very, very dark. Oh my gosh. What's going on here then? It's completely dark. There's a reason why. We'll have a good area of black there to represent the black crystals. So, there you go. Alright. Looking good. Cool, cool. Okay, next up. Protactinium. So we've done that. Well, hang on. Let me just check out that. So, forum's 90. This is 91. Okay, so element 92. Uranium. Okay. Now, we know uranium does have the colour green associated with it a lot, so we definitely will be using that. Okay, so green. Now, how do we build this? I'm thinking... Where's LP12? Because I know that was always an insane world for glows. I do want to try that. Oh, there it is. Okay, so... I don't know how it's going to look, because this object's been changed so much since its original form. Now, can we modify this to green? Is what I want to know. Because if we can, that would be very, very nice. Clouds. That's not green. I don't know if we can do it. Green, green, green. I think that's the atmosphere it's blocking now, isn't it? No! What? See, its tint is insanely crazy. It's a very, very high yellow tint, this one. Look, you can see straight away. Oh, there's a bit of it. Hang on, I think it's because it's water, isn't it? So it's very... you see, it is glowy. Look, you can see it's just because we're so far from the star. That's why it's appearing less. If we increase the luminosity of the star, for instance, this would glow more. But either way, we still have those awesome green lights there. So I think this does actually work. So we can actually use this. So uranium and insanely crazy green. Oh, that does look pretty mad, doesn't it? Haha! So, element 92, you are N-I-U-M. Oh, God's sake. Voila. Right, now. So, uranium, I mean, is green. But it is a silvery white element until it becomes sort of radioactive-y. So, you know, we do need to try and sort of associate that in there to some extent. Contrast? No. But either way, the tint makes it, you know, it doesn't really work anyway. Texture-wise, we can definitely make it look cool, though. So how do we do this? Moon. No, I think IO would be a good one to use here. Oh, that looks so cool. Oh, yes. Look at like the splodges of the green on it. Oh, fantastic stuff. Have that as black. Second colour is... Oh, ho, ho, ho. That looks so good. That looks sick. What's that green colour? Is that water? What is that? What colour? Is that vegetate? Oh, no way. That does look pretty awesome. Oh, the patches as well. Uranium's a dangerous place. Heat glow. If I turn the lights off, maybe I think that ruins it. Oh, they look too yellow for me. I think they don't look green enough. So it can't really go green, really, because of the tint. I mean, that's the best you'll get, really, but it doesn't. It looks too... Nah. But you can see from that we need the star to be brighter, because this is a world that just needs it to really look good. But, I mean, that looks fantastic. So, if I try the middle elevation again? No, definitely not. Low elevation? No, it's gotta be... Well, no, the low elevation... Nah, that's quite good, actually. The low or high? Let's have a look. So that's low, high. I think low elevation. I think it just stands out more. Looks more in the background, of course, as well. But okay, can we make the star brighter, please? Because we need this. We just need it. Hydrogen. So element number 1, hydrogen. So before we jank things around, we're gonna obviously save. So I'm gonna increase the star and make it double its luminosity, and I'm gonna make the system double the system out. So there you go. So hydrogen itself. So what we need to do here is straight away down here, luminosity. We're gonna just double it by 4, and also we need to expand because it's gonna burn out all the inner planets. So yeah, I think that should be enough zone there, but that hopefully will give uranium what it needs to be more bright. Yeah, it's looking a little more glowy. So let's go back to this stuff. Oh my god, there's so many objects. Hydrogen. Look at all the names. Right, hydrogen. So down here. So what we'll do is we'll look at uranium's perspective from hydrogen. So you can see it's getting brighter. That's more like it. Yeah, that luminosity is going to be a bit insane when we press play, so we do need to watch out for our other planets because we do not want them getting spoiled by it. So you can see they're all in the black zone now, so we really need to be careful here because we do not want this burning everything out. So simply all we need to do is that. Expand them just ridiculously far. So now the gap between hydrogen and helium, 14 AU. So now we made this star pretty insane now. So before we save, I just want to make sure this works as a play. I don't want it just burning them all out, so just want to make sure this is fine. 800 degrees, okay, fine. Lithium, 400, okay, so lithium's alright. Look, you can see, it doesn't matter about helium, because helium can't be increased, it won't glow because it's one of those weird modded objects. That's fine. Yes, okay, that's functioned nicely, and it gives more space between all the objects as well, therefore they'll function better, so there'll be less orbit instability, so that's looking good. So now if we go out to the objects we've designed today, so all the glowing ones, so there's one there, so this one, how does this affect, how does this look in the daytime? Oh my gosh, is this brighter? Yep, good. Radium was the other glowing one, wasn't it? Oh, this is going to be insanely bright now. Not so much, but I mean, it's still, yeah, it still looks great. We are on realistic, yeah. Okay, uranium. But if we go all the way over here, you'll see. Has that got dimmer? Hang on, why has that got dimmer? We expanded the system, didn't we? Oh, that's not very clever, is it? Ah. Well, yeah, of course it's going to do that if we expand it. Because now... Oh. No. We make the star brighter, but then if we expand the system, then they'll go further away. So... Oh. We'll have to see if that works then. How does it look now? See, look, that's done... Oh. Gotta get this right. Shrink. Because if I shrink it closer, it gets obviously brighter. But then if we press play, it will upset it. So this is why I press save, in case I do mess things up. So now if we press play in here, these things will start going in even hotter. So look, you can see beryllium. Look, see, that's the problem. We don't want too many objects doing this. But if you think about it, we can always increase the albedo on these to make it work. So for instance, if I shrink it more, I don't want the objects getting too close either. That's the problem as well. So what I'll do is I'll go back to the original save because we know that system was stable. So, periodic system. We know 100% this system's stable because we've already run it. Then what I'll simply do is I won't increase the orbits, but I will just make the star brighter. And then we'll just change the albedo of all of the lower, closer objects. So, ooh. Clicked it. Right, so, play. Now, let's watch these because these are going to get really hot. So what we need to do is... albedo, increase, make it more like that. So all of the close objects, we just need to increase albedo for all of these. So boron, look, see, you need to do it with you as well. So again, albedo increase. Push that zone down, as you can see there. Let's see the difference that makes. So that will hopefully let it sort itself out. Carbon. Ooh. Again, same thing with you. Increase albedo to a really high level. Okay, nitrogen's fine. That's one of those weird ones. Oxygen, fluorine, oxygen. Oh yeah, okay. Again, no, we're not infrared. No. Albedo. Fluorine, same with you. Lower the infrared, increase albedo. Okay, that should be fine. I think anything past fluorine should be right. Neon. Oh, look at neon. Oh, it does look good. But we do need to decrease that, so... increase that up. Affect all that light back. That'll cool you down. 200 degrees at lithium. So there we go. That's sorted the problem. There you go. All sorted. Control D. Get rid of any particles. Yeah. Okay. Now that's looking better. 400 degrees. Magnesium. Are we doing it? 500. See again. Just need to make sure these guys are behaving. So do all that. What's element 11? Sodium. That's it. Same with you. Decrease that. Increase this. Oh, that's already at 1 anyway. Not getting any light anyway. Give it a little bit of temperature, but nothing insane. Then I think past magnesium's aluminium. 400 degrees, it's fine though because it's not glowing hot. So it's got a little bit of heat actually. Just a tad more then. That'll fix it. Aluminium or aluminum, depends on where you're from. Where's element 14? There's 15. Where's 14? Silicon. Again, that's glowing hot. So 400 degree air. Anyone in 400 degrees needs to be cooled down. So 15. How are we doing there? 363 degrees. Oh, that was a cool one. Yeah, I remember this one. Again, just a little bit more there. 16 is sulfur. That's a gas. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so sulfur onwards. I mean, I doubt anyone this will be that far. That's fine. Yeah, everyone else is cooler from that point on. So. Yeah, alright, good. Right, so now we cannot change the star again. It has to be like that for the rest of this now, so we have to stick with what we got. I do not want to have to go through every... because if we increase it more, we're going to have to go through even more objects and like pretty much put everyone's albedo to 100 just to reflect all the light. Right, so uranium. So now if we go over here, we should see the reflect... yeah, it's looking brighter. Because I really like those patches there. So what were those again? Those were the vegetation, weren't they? So that was if habitable. It does look so good. I don't like these brown patches though. It almost looks like it's brown. Let's try and change that. Oh my gosh. I mean, could you imagine that? Oh, it looks crazy. What if we do? So that's all just one, isn't it? I mean, that's we've just put it up to the max. Yeah, uranium's a bit too insane there, I have to say. I don't like that brownish colour. It's because the object's tinted, that's why. Maybe we just make it all notably green then. And just dim it down. High elevation is also, make that also green. It's got the city. Oh no, no, we don't want city lights in this guy. No. Okay. Vegetation is fine. That's that colour. Yeah, a little more green there. I'm going to stick with that. Uranium. There we go. That's pretty mad. Very, very radioactive there. Save. Done. Cool. So yeah, uranium's got to have that cool green and, you know, the glow in the dark effect. So there you go, looking good. Right, next up we've got Neptunian. And this is the element Neptunium, not referring to a moon of Neptune, Neptunian system. This is spelt differently as well. If you look at the channel's name, Neptunian guy, it's actually spelt differently to the element Neptunium as well. So it's a silvery white and tarnishes when exposed to air. The element occurs in 3 forms. It normally exhibits 5 oxidation states. So what colour is it? Is it glow at all? It doesn't look like Neptunian has all the glowy effects that uranium does, because I don't see any in images, but I believe it is a rarer element anyway. So unfortunately for everyone, it's not blue, so we can't make it look awesome with the blue. So, okay, so Neptunium's nowhere near going to be as exciting as uranium, unfortunately. So it is going to be a more silvery, yeah. Okay. It's actually a byproduct of nuclear reactions by the looks of it as well. I don't know much about Neptunian, the element, either, actually. So, if we go down here. Right, okay, so. I mean, unfortunately, it's just not going to be the same as uranium. It's not going to have that cool glow to it. It's going to be a lot more bog standard. So Neptunium, unfortunately, is a bit of a disappointing element. Nowhere near as glowy as uranium is. So I will give it a light pale blue trail, I guess. Move it a little closer to uranium because, you know, the gaps are getting a bit insane now. We do need to crunch these down, I think, a bit because they are getting stupidly far apart. So look, we're also getting closer to the star as well, so that'll make them glow more. So look how much space we're going from 3,000 years all the way down to... So we've cut 1,000 years off that orbit there, pretty much. Cool. There you go. And I think what we can do is as well, just split their orbits up a bit, because they're all close, they're all in a line. Let's move them around. So we can do it with all of these. Just put them as random in the anomaly numbers, just to swap things about, because they shouldn't all be close together anyway. And even running the simulation, it will take a long time for these objects to actually break apart. So we can definitely split them up a bit. Make it a little more realistic looking at the moment. So, true anomaly, there you go. Yeah, that's more like it. Well, especially the outer ones, because the inner ones will obviously move faster and orbit around quicker, but the outer objects will take longer. So you can see the ones from like 2 episodes ago are still fairly in line together. Look, so yeah, maybe a bit of an issue. There's gold, so we've made a good jump today. So again, gold will just move you about a bit. Same with you. Platinum there. There's lead, so we did that earlier. Move that back a bit. There's francium again on the glowing ones. Move that over here. And obviously letting the simulation just run for ages as well, that will obviously sort it out as well. So maybe we do need to just let it run. Let it play out a bit. So, but also before we do that, we do want to press save, just in case anything goes pear-shaped. Okay. Right, and then finishing off today's episode anyway, we're finishing off with element 94, which is plutonium. So, what colour is plutonium? Extremely dense transonic metal that resembles nickel, being a shiny silvery colour, although its surface rapidly dulls due to oxidation. Sometimes plutonium is yellow or olive green in colour. So we'll definitely go with those sort of shades then. So, plutonium. Right. Okay. Play. Let it run. So you can see the inner system all functions nice. All the objects are going around at their own speeds. But the outer objects take so long for anything to move. Look, you can see they're taking forever to go around. How far can we actually run this? Oh my gosh. I hope that hasn't jumbled anyone up in there. I mean, look how stable it looks to be all fine. Look, the orbits are all perfect. Because we did give this star a lot of mass, didn't we? 44 suns. But that's now jumbled everyone up a bit more. So that's a lot better looking on the eyes, rather than all being in a line. So there you go. Yeah, that's more like it. Slow it down. Okay, cool. You can see they're all going nice and fast in there, but you know the outer objects barely move. So look, if we look at the closest planet, so helium is travelling at 158 kilometers a second. If we go to Neptunian, it's going at 7. It's a very big decrease, isn't it? Right. So lastly, plutonium. So we'll go ahead and place that there. Right. So plutonium. So plutonium is yellow or olive green when it's been oxidized. So we'll go with that. So plutonium is element 94. Voila, plutonium. So again, quite a... I mean, I think out of the 3 named after the planets, I think Neptunian is probably the least known one. Like, I mean, we've all heard of plutonium and uranium. I guess plutonium is probably the most known one. Then probably uranium afterwards. But Neptunian is probably definitely the one you'd least think of, or the one you'd, you know, if you asked like a bunch of people, I reckon that would be the one you'd hear the least out of the 3. So, okay, where are we? So we don't need any atmosphere. That can all be removed. Stripped. We don't need that. No water, unfortunately. We don't need you either. Okay, so again, and look, we made the star brighter, but it's still ridiculously dark out here. So an olive yellowy green. So plutonium. And we'll keep a bit of a silvery grey in there as well, just to mix it. But there you go. So there's plutonium. So it says it's extremely dense, blah, blah, blah. A shiny silvery metal, although its surface dulls rapidly due to oxidation. Sometimes plutonium is yellow or olive green. So we've got yellow, olive green, then we've got a bit of silver in there. So there's the yellow. Olive green is more... Now, olive green is more of a... When you think of olive, it's more of a darker shade, isn't it? So... it's got the darker patches, it's got the lighter yellowy patches there, and then it's got the regular silver colour mixed in too. And then I think what we should do down here is elevation. Now plutonium. Pluto. Yeah. You know, why not? Pluto. Yeah. There you go. I think we only need one really, don't we? And there's plutonium. Okay, that definitely looks better that way, I think. Yeah. Okay, right, we'll stick with that. There's plutonium. Cool. And that does it for today's episode. So I think we may have another 1 or 2 episodes out of this before we get to the end. 118 is the last one I've got on this, or the last one on my screenshot here, the periodic table. So I mean, I'll have to see if there's anything past that. But I think past that, there's definitely more, isn't it? I'm sure there's more, but we'll see. We'll see when we get there. See how we feel. So there you go. There's plutonium. Cool. Right. So that does it for this episode of making the periodic table solar system, guys. So what do you think of that? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments, and stay tuned for the next episode, because it's really interesting stuff this, eh? So yeah, stay tuned for that. Hope you've all enjoyed this. Leave a like, subscribe for more, helps on the journey to 30,000 subscribers. Let's see if we can go for 50 likes on today's video as well, guys. And with that all said and done, make sure you have a great day out there, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.